Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about why exactly our trees have this white paint on the branches or the big trunks, and what this really does for your little plants and your trees. Well, of course, it's only strictly to trees. So let's go ahead and go over to our big guys and the ones that you can see better than the little dudes. But this technique is really, really, really great for your plants. So you want to get I'd like to say like an acrylic paint. I think it's latex based. It's not oil based, it's latex, if I'm not mistaken. But it keeps your trees from getting sun scalding, which is what happened to this tree over here. And it got, let me see if I can find the exact spot. Oop. I don't think you can, oh yeah, you can right here. So what happened here is it got scalded from the sun, and then it got too hot, and then I got too cold, and then I got too hot, and then I got too cold, and that's where this giant chunk right here from the tree got kind of broken up. So this right here split, and covering your the base of your trees in white paint, just like the big, canisters of paint, outdoor paint, like what you would use to paint your bench. I'm almost positive it is a latex based paint because you don't want to use oil. But yeah, all of our trees have this long strip of white paint, except the pomegranate. The pomegranate is a monster in itself. So I don't know if you guys can tell exactly how tall he is. He is absolutely massive. Here is, let me show you to scale. I am 5. He's huge. He's absolutely massive. Yeah, so this does really good for your trees. It protects them from, say, the hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It protects them from the sun as well. It's kind of like a little reflector, which is really interesting. And, it keeps the trees. Here's our pineapple pear tree. It keeps everything from being so, what's the right word? Cracky. It keeps kind of the moisture in as well. And it really protects your big guys from getting snapped or getting too hot and too cold, too hot and too cold. This is our Keats tree. But yeah, all of them have him. I'm almost positive that our citrus, as well as our avocado that is stationed over here, also have the paint on them because, oh, yep, they sure do. They're really hard to see from where I was standing, but I was almost positive. This is our Arctic Frost Satsuma, and they have the paints on their little trunks as well. The fig doesn't because, well, it's a fig. That thing has been through hell and back, both metaphorical and physical. That was among one of the first trees that we ever planted here, and it's not really a tree. It came out first to be a tree when we first planted it in the ground, and then I can't remember what happened to it. Something happened to it, and I think it got too cold and it died, and then when it came back as this bush creature monster thing. So this one does not have the paint on the trunk of it, but the plum, as well as the two plums, as well as the persimmon and the bonfire peach also in the front have this paint on them. But yeah, so that's really why we paint tree trunks. We want to make sure that the guys don't get any sun scald. That bird is really pretty. We want to make sure that they don't get any sun scald, they don't dry and crack, or they don't. It also helps protect them from diseases. So like, say you have an apple tree and there's a cedar tree, there's a very high probability that your apple tree will get cedar apple rust. So protecting the base will kind of give an extra layer of just protection. It might not completely protect it, but it can help just a little bit, and just enough to where maybe the cedar apple rust won't be as dramatic, and it won't kill your apple tree, which is what actually happened to our very first apple tree that we had in the front yard. It got cedar apple rust, and it ended up dying sadly. We had to, you can't burn it, we had to throw it away in like a big garbage bag, and it was so sad. But that was when we first got here to this house, and we've been doing gardening and stuff like that for, I would say, at least 7 years. So we've kind of grown and evolved, and so that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. So if you ever plant a tree, of course make sure to paint the tree trunk up a little bit. I would say probably 3 to 4 inches, or until you hit the, you know, the branching out parts, just to give it a little bit extra coverage. Just any little protection helps. It's not gonna hurt them whatsoever putting the paint on them like that. So I would highly advise doing it if you possibly can. It's good for them, you know, protection wise. But yeah, so that's why we have paint on our trees. It's kind of an interesting concept. We didn't know about it until like 3 years ago. So we heard it from a person at the nursery and was like, yeah, just slap some paint on that thing, it'll work. So we're like, all right. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, so if there's any trees that you guys are thinking about getting, cover them with paint, and let me know down in the comments what you think about that strategy and if it's really interesting to you and you've never heard of it before. But anyways, yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!